Concert goers get a little more than they bargained for during a performance of Tchaikovsky's Fifth with the LA Philharmonic. Story for you here at the Los Angeles Times. Article by Christy Carreras. This came out yesterday, the 30th. Title of the article: Concert goer lets out a full-body orgasm while LA Phil plays Tchaikovsky's Fifth. Molly Grant was enjoying the Los Angeles Philharmonic's performance of Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony on Friday at the Walt Disney Concert Hall when she heard what she described as a, quote, scream moan erupt from the balcony. Everyone kind of turned to see what was happening. Grant, who was seated near the person who allegedly made the noise, told the Times on Sunday in a phone interview, "Is this the type of publicity that the LA Philharmonic or Walt Disney needs right now? I saw the girl after it happened, and I assumed that she had an orgasm because she was heavily breathing and her partner was smiling and looking at her. Oh yeah, give it to me good. Like in an effort not to shame her," said Grant, who works for a jewelry company and lives in Los Feliz. "It was quite beautiful." Oh, I'm sure it was. Multiple people who attended the LA Philharmonic concert on Friday reported hearing a woman making a moaning noise during the symphony's second movement, probably the best part of that symphony. One attendee, composer and music producer Magnus Fiennes, described the sound on Twitter as that of a person having a loud and full-body orgasm. An alleged audio recording of the moment, where someone can be heard crying out during a quiet beat in the music, was making the rounds on social media. Attendees who spoke to the Times said that the clip was similar to what they had heard. Quote, friends who went to the LA Philharmonic last night are reporting that in the middle of the show, some lady had a screaming, and this is in all caps, screaming orgasm to the point where the whole orchestra stopped playing. How many of you think this might have been a plant? I'm thinking so. This was tweeted by journalist Jocelyn Silver. Quote, some people really know how to live. Oh, I'm sure they do. However, people in attendance said that the musicians played through the disturbance without stopping. Well, good for them. They were really dedicated to their art there. Classical pianist Sharon Sue tweeted that she checked with someone who works at the LA Phil, and they confirmed that the orchestra continued playing through the commotion. The Times sources and the audio recording support this account of the orchestra playing on despite the sound from the audience. It is still unclear what exactly occurred in the audience. I think we all know what happened in the audience here. The Times has not been able to identify or contact the person who made the sound. Representatives for the LA Phil did not immediately respond Sunday to the Times' request for comment. Now, Friday's program, led by conductor Elam Chan, also included a performance of Thomas Aday's Concentric Paths Violin Concerto. And I had the chance this morning to listen to this before I did the video. You want to talk about a train wreck? What happened to the days of music of composers like Schumann, Dvorak, Tchaikovsky, Bernhard Romberg? Or all these great jazz musicians like Dave Brubeck, Ray Bryant, Ramsey Lewis? What happened to that great era of music? Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. The LA Phil's online program notes include this description of the second movement of Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony. The luscious main theme was adapted for a popular love song, which is true, which I believe was sung by Frank Sinatra. I can't remember the name of the song. Tchaikovsky's skillful orchestration, however, lifts the mood from sentimentality to high romanticism. The movement's principal melody is presented in a memorable solo by the horn, one of the most difficult horn solos to play, by the way, followed by other appealing woodwind solos. Silver Lake resident and music agent Lucas Burton said the sound from the audience member was, quote, wonderfully timed to a romantic swell in the symphony. One can't know exactly what happened. I think, as I said, we all know what happened. But it seemed very clear from the sound that it was an expression of pure physical joy, Burton said, a sort of classical musical equivalent of that scene in a movie where someone is talking loudly in a party or a nightclub and the record suddenly stops and then they say something and everyone hears it. So not since Bo Derek's performance in the movie 10 have we had such a great orgasmic experience as we had with this concert with the LA Phil performing Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, hashtag Jason Composes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can buy me a Twitter. Culture Confederacy at CultureConfed1 on Twitter. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing called the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. Catch you next time.